Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ken Abimanyu. I represent SMA Labschool Unesa. Today, I would like to present you a story which is represented by two animals, Sura and Baya. Now, let's get back to the time which is called Once Upon a Time in the northern part of East Java. There lived a scary giant crocodile. He lived in the river. The name of the crocodile was Baya. Meanwhile, in the vast sea, there lived a giant shark called Sura. He ruled the sea, and every fish were terrified of him. However, he felt bored because he ate fish every day. So, he decided to go to the river near the sea. At the side of the river, there was a deer. Sura felt hungry, so he swam silently and then jumped out to catch the deer. After eating the deer, Sura became addicted because he had never felt deer's meat before. And the next day, he hunted again and got a lot of food. Baya, the ruler of the river, became suspicious because his prey is reduced. So he started investigating what was happening. When Baya saw Sura snatch a little monkey in the river, Baya became angry and confronted Sura. "Hey Sura, what do you think you are doing here? This is my domain." "Hey Baya, I can look for food anytime and anywhere I want to. This is not just your domain. All animals are free to look for food here." "Say that again after you taste my jaws." "Come at me, Baya. Let's see what you're made of." Finally, the fight between those two began. The fight was very long because both of them were so strong. Only after a couple of days, the two wild beasts were exhausted. No one won and no one lost because both of them were equally strong. "Hey Sura, let's end this fight. I'm too tired." "Okay Baya, let's end this fight. I am agree with you. But first, we need to limit our hunting area. The end of the river is the limit. Don't you even think to break the line, or else you'll know the consequences." "Okay Baya, I accept this agreement." Finally, Sura left towards the sea. For months, the forest calmed down. There were no fights between Sura and Baya. However, Sura felt uneasy because he craved to eat deer meat like before. He even think of it in his dream. "Oh, such sweet and juicy meat. I can feel the fresh blood running through the gaps of my teeth." He couldn't bear it, so he swam through the river. Unfortunately, no prey approached at the mouth of the river. So Sura decided to swim through the forest. But this time, he will be more careful so that Baya won't notice. If I catch the prey and immediately bring it out to sea, that way Baya won't notice me. The plans were successful. For months, Sura hunted without being ignored by Baya. But Baya became suspicious because again his prey was reduced. He knew this was Sura's doing, but he didn't see Sura on the river. This must be Sura's doing. He thinks he can outsmart me. He thinks he can outsmart the great Baya. We will see about that. Then Baya prepared a plan. He found a deer, but he didn't eat him right away. Instead, he hurt the deer's leg, so he could not run away. He placed the deer at the edge of the river to lure Sura. After a short time, Sura swam and he felt excited after he looked at the deer. Well, hello there, gorgeous. It seems today I will be having a feast. Ha 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 ha. As he about to bring the deer to the sea, Baya confronted him. Hey Sura, just how greedy are you? This river is my domain, and there's plenty of fish in the sea. Hey, Baya, if you want to hunt in the sea, I won't forbid you. I don't like fish, and I especially can't stand seawater. Well, it's none of my business. At least I have offered it to you. Hey, where do you think you're bringing that deer? Bring it here. Of course to the sea. Where else? To the moon? Ha! Have you forgot our agreement? This river is my domain. That deer belongs to me. Hey, if there's water, then there's me. This agreement is ridiculous, like you. Well then, our agreement is off. Now, the strongest one has the right to rule this area. Finally, Baya attacked Sura. The battle couldn't be avoided again. But this time it was even more exciting because none of them giving a surrender. For days they fought fiercely, both injured and in pain. After a couple of days, Sura, the losing side, ran leaving towards the sea. And since then, he had never approached the river. To commemorate the fierce fight between these two animals, the place they fought was called Sura Baya, and the name remains till this day. Ladies and gentlemen, the moral value of this story is never broke the promise you've made, and don't be greedy for a better life. My name is Ken Abimanyu from SMA Labschool Unesa. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.